Hello viewers and welcome back to North Queensland International for the 25th update. Today's a pretty big update. First of all, as you can see, NQX is now in a different location in my room, and that's because I recently added the international terminal, which the building itself isn't finished, but pretty much everything else is. And pretty much all my international collection will now be at NQX, so there'll be a lot more airlines, so that's exciting. So we'll start off here on runway 15, and we have the Australian Airlines Boeing 767-300ER leaving for Osaka as Australian 7913. Then we'll go over to the international terminal. Here on Taxiway Kilo, we have the Qantas 7879 Dreamliner in the Yam Dreaming livery. This is heading to Tokyo Narita as Qantas 69 Heavy. This arrived from Sydney earlier as Qantas 69 Heavy. Qantas's international schedule for NQX is following that of, or mimicking that of Qantas's 1999 timetable from 1989 timetable from Cairns. So there will be flights to Brisbane, Sydney and Darwin that then connect on to other destinations, but the actual international destinations include Singapore, Tokyo, Auckland, Christchurch, and Honolulu, I think that's all. But yeah. And then on Bay 32 here, we have this Eastern Airlines Boeing 767-300ER operating for Australian, which is operating Australian 7997 to Fukuoka. This 767 will be operating the Australian flights to Fukuoka, Sapporo and Nagoya, which were all destinations that Australian served from Cairns in 2005, which is the schedule I'm using for Australian, for NQX. So that's the international terminal done. Moving on to Terminal 1, we have at Bay 3 the Qantas 737-800 in the 1971 retro livery. That's going to be returning to Melbourne as Qantas 703. Next to that, on Bay 4, we have the Ansett 767-200, which arrived from Sydney as Ansett 910, and will be returning there as Ansett 911. And then over here at the Alliance Bays, Bay 21 and 22, I decided to axe the Alliance flights to Papua New Guinea, as they don't operate anymore. Well, they operate, once every few months or something. But, yeah, so these are both here, and all of Alliance's flights will be operating from these gates, so they won't be towed over to Terminal 1 anymore. Here we have what was Terminal 2, but because International is now Terminal 2, this is Terminal 1B. We have on Bay 23 the Airnorth Embraer 170, which arrived from Darwin via Gov as top end 160, if it will focus, and will be heading over to Perth via Alice Springs as top end 360. On Bay 25 here we have the Rex Saab 340B, which is heading off to Normanton as Rex 5453. This aircraft I forgot to put in the last update. This is a Skytrans -8 300, which arrived from Lockhart River as Skytrans 52, and will be heading down to Proserpine as Skytrans 81. And then finally, just taxiing onto Gulf now, we have another Skytrans -8 300, which is heading up to Bamaga, the northernmost airport on the Australian mainland, as Skytrans 61. So that's all for this update. Hope you've all enjoyed. I'm looking forward to showing you all the international carriers that will be servicing NQX in the future. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all on the next one. Goodbye.